I recently heard a constitutional lawyer from Washington, D.C. talk about The Rise of Tyranny, which is the title of a book he had recently written. You realize 75% of the laws in America are not put there by elected politicians, by Congress or the U.S. Senate? They're put there by unelected bureaucrats accountable to nobody. They're bureaucracies. The EPA, the FDA, the NEA, all these different bureaucracies that come up with rules and regulations that we have to abide by and live by. Most of these rules are unconstitutional. They bypass Congress. And they're put there by czars, and they're ordering one agency, for instance, to declare CO2 a pollutant. It doesn't have to be based on science. It has to be just based on the opinion of bureaucrats that are accountable to nobody. Now, when people have to pay fines if they don't adhere to certain criteria of green energy, it's another way for the government to confiscate the fruits of people's labor. Thomas Jefferson said, "I predict happiness for the American people if they can prevent the government from confiscating the fruits of their labor under the pretense of taking care of them." Today, 1 out of 5 people work for federal, state, and local government. We have another 1 out of 5 that don't work at all. So who's left to pay the bill? When you think about 47 million are dependent on entitlements. Just in our state alone, if Obamacare doesn't get repealed, 49,000 more people will qualify for Medicaid, which is going broke and pays way below the cost of doing business. Where's the money going to come from with $15 trillion of deficit spending? $1 trillion laid end to end would go 96 million miles. We've increased our deficit $5 trillion. And the purchasing power and the productivity of the younger generation cannot begin to pay it off. Neither can the rich, the top 1%. It's not about energy. It's not about healthcare. These major issues are about power and control of unelected bureaucrats. And that's something to think about.